If they try to curse you, now it's coming back to them. If they really thought it would work, if they thought it they sent enough negativity your way, if they spoke against you long enough, if they quietly hoped for your downfall, something would eventually stick. If they thought you would break, that you would lose your light, your focus, your direction, and slowly become a version of yourself that felt smaller, quieter, easier to ignore. But that didn't happen. Instead, something shifted. You started waking up. And now, they're feeling something they didn't expect. Because what they sent didn't stay with you. It's coming back. And there was a time when everything felt a little heavier than usual. You were still moving forward, still trying, but something didn't feel like you. Your energy felt low. Your mind felt crowded. And the things that once excited you didn't feel as alive anymore. You started questioning yourself, wondering if you were losing your drive, your clarity, your passion. You ask yourself why you felt like this. But deep down, there was a quiet voice reminding you, this isn't me. And you were right. Not everything you feel begins with you. Some people watch you in silence. They notice your growth, your confidence, your progress. And instead of feeling inspired, they feel unsettled because your life starts reflecting something they haven't stepped into yet. And instead of rising, they react. They speak in ways that plant doubt. They compare you. They question you. They try to shift how you see yourself, slowly and constantly. Not always loudly, not always directly, but enough to create a feeling, a thought that doesn't feel like yours, a hesitation where there used to be uncertainty, a quiet doubt that lingers longer than it should. That's how it begins. And if it's not noticed, it can grow. That's what they were hoping for. They weren't trying to stop you all at once. They were hoping you would slowly move away from yourself until you forget who you were. Because if you start doubting yourself, you don't need anyone to block your path. You'll do it on your own. But something in you didn't fully agree. Even in your lowest moments, there was a part of you that stayed awake. A quiet knowing that refused to accept the version of you that felt small, lost, or disconnected. And that quiet resistance changed everything. Because the moment you stop agreeing with something, it starts to lose its hold. It can't stay where it's not accepted. So it begins to move. And when it moves, it returns. That's what's happening now. What was sent towards you didn't stay with you. It couldn't, because it didn't belong to you. So it's finding its way back. And now, they're the ones feeling it. That heaviness, that confusion, that restlessness they tried to place on you is now shifting with them. And they don't understand why. All they know is something feels off. And at the same time, they're watching you. And what they're seeing doesn't match what they expected. They thought you would struggle longer, that you would stay stuck, that you would doubt yourself more. But instead, you're rising again. You're becoming clearer again. You're feeling your energy return. And that's what unsettles them the most. Because it means it didn't work. Everything they tried to send your way failed to become your reality. And now they're left with it. And that's the part they didn't think about. They thought your power came from something outside of you, something they could not influence, weaken, or take. But your power was never outside of you. It was always within you. And once you reconnect with that, nothing externally can take it away. And that's why everything is shifting. You're no longer holding on to what isn't yours. You're no longer accepting thoughts that didn't feel true. You're no longer allowing outside energy to settle in your space. You're choosing yourself again. And that choice is powerful. It doesn't need to be loud. It doesn't need to be aggressive. But it's real. And because it's real, it changes everything. Because when you quietly return to yourself, everything that doesn't belong starts to fall away naturally. Without force, without struggle. It just leaves. And when it leaves, it goes back. Now they're sitting with what they created while you're stepping into clarity. You're remembering your direction. You're reconnecting with your peace. You're becoming steady again in a way that feels deeper than before. And they can feel that shift. They can see it in how you move, in how you carry yourself, in how you no longer react the same way. There is a calmness now, a quiet strength, a person that doesn't need to prove anything. And that's what makes them uncomfortable. Because you didn't just recover, you evolved. You became someone they cannot reach in the same way anymore. They cannot influence you the same way. They can't plant the same doubt. They can't affect your energy like before. And that distance is what they're feeling now. So let them feel it. You don't have to send anything back. You don't have to fight. You don't have to prove anything. Just stay aligned. Stay connected to who you are. Stay grounded in your truth. Because your energy matters. Your focus matters. Your peace matters, and not everyone deserves access to that. So protect it gently, not with fear, but with awareness, not by closing yourself off, but by choosing what you allow in. Because now you understand something deeper. What's meant for you is still yours, and what isn't cannot stay, no matter who sent it, no matter how it's sent. If it doesn't belong to you, it will leave. And if it leaves, it returns. So keep moving forward. Keep choosing yourself. Keep building your life in a way that feels true to you. Because you didn't break, you returned to yourself. And now, nothing they send can stay with you.